Hey buddy, welcome to the G1 Report. Thanks for tuning in. So, B Block Night 1 just wrapped up, and it was a pretty good show. I feel like I might have put a little more expectations on this than last night's show. In hindsight, I feel like maybe the A Block Night 1 was a little bit better than this one. But before I get to that, let's run down this card. First match was Shota Umino and Elgin versus Chase Owens and Hangman. Fun opening tag match. Elgin's bicep is still messed up from Evil last night, and boy oh boy, Hangman Page is doing it right. He has been on fire so far in this G1. I know in the last episode I said I wasn't too hot on him. Well, that's changed. I am on the Hangman bandwagon now. That freaking drop kick into a moonsault. What? He drop kicked Elgin and moonsaulted Shota Umino, and then when Shota had Chase Owens in that full Boston. By the way, Shota killed it during this match. He got Spinebuster to Chase Owens, one of my favorite moves of all time. I always pop for a good Spinebuster. Spinebuster to Chase Owens, and then pulled him over for a full Boston Crab. Hangman came in to break up the crab, punched him, and Shota was just asking him for more, laid a couple more into him before finally relenting. Hangman went over in this one. No, Chase pinned Shota. That's right. And then next up, it was Yoshihashi and Sho versus Bushi and Evil. It's exactly what you'd expect. More of the same. Seems like Yoshihashi might be nursing an injury or some sort. We'll see how that plays out. Especially up against Evil. Evil's going to exacerbate that. He's turning into a bit of a Suzuki, meaning if you have an injury, don't draw Evil. So third match was Makabe and Hanare versus Despi and Suzuki. Suzuki's had a bit of a new fire, I feel like. On the last episode, I talked about how him and Okada's match at Suzuki's 30th year anniversary really kind of rejuvenated Okada. Same thing for Suzuki. I feel like he has just a bit more pep in his step now, like he kind of hit that refresh button, and I'm very excited to see him in this G1, to see where he goes with this, especially him against Makabe. I feel like that was a really fun Intercontinental match from earlier in this year. I just love the Oi Makabe! Those were amazing. The banter back and forth between those two was fantastic also, so no, I'm looking forward to this one. This should be a fun one. And then the next one, we got, that's right, Gato and Okada versus Bad Luck Fale and Tonga Loa. This, same thing I was saying about Okada. You know, he has that bit of a pep in his step. Also, I'm liking this firing squad of the Samoan stuff, especially it seems like it's just the trio of Fale, Tonga Loa, and Tama Tonga. Fale is really turning up that badass heel monster, which he should have been all along. I'm liking this new direction for Bullet Club, Firing Squad, whatever you want to call them. They feel like the true essence of Bullet Club. Early Bullet Club was not trying to make you laugh and sell you t-shirts. They were making you question if these guys were actually fucking terrorists, you know? I like this. I'm very excited to see. I feel like, especially since their match from Sapporo Genesis last year between Okada and Fale, they have both gone on an incredible journey, and I'm really excited to see this rematch, essentially, of theirs. Next up, we had Finlay and Tanahashi versus Yo and Jay White. Very interesting match, this one. Jay White is turning it up. He's being heel supreme lately. He busted a freaking chair over Tanahashi's back. That looked so painful. He broke it, actually. He literally busted a chair over his back. And then he had the audacity to try to make Yo hit David Finlay with that same chair. Yo looked like he wanted to. He was about to. He was thinking about it. And then this is interesting divide, too, because we got Yo with Jay White. Jay White's trying to cause a splintering and chaos, taking whoever he can with him. I wouldn't be surprised to see him sniffing around Yano or Ishii in some of these. Wouldn't be surprised at all. I don't know how that would really happen here, but a man can dream, right? Goes on to me saying that this whole G1's about chaos, the faction, and just the element of chaos. Bullet Club is in tatters. Chaos is starting to splinter. I feel like we're starting to see the thread being pulled from here. But I'm getting off track again. David Finlay ended up pinning Yo. Jay White was in the ring, could have broken it up, but he didn't because Yo didn't turn to the dark side with him. Interesting foreshadowing. Maybe this means Yo will turn on Sho at some point and kind of turn, because those two guys are going to go at it. One of them's going to be a good heel. One of them's going to be a good face. It's the way these things go. And our first B block match of the tournament is one that I was looking forward to for a long time. Ishii and Yano, and wow, this match was better than it had any right to be, in my opinion. They really enhanced and brought up Yano's amateur wrestling abilities, which I feel like over the last year or two have kind of gotten swept under the carpet a bit. Yano, man, he kept up with Ishii, throwing those chops back and forth, and Yano's chest just got bright red at one point. Throwing those chops back and forth. He knocked down Ishii on a couple of those bumps. What are those? Irish whip bumps. Yeah. Oh my god. And he suplexed Ishii a few times, threw him around. This was a really good, hard-hitting match. I would love to see more of this Yano. Granted, he did pull off the buckle pad and then expose the corner and use that, whipped Ishii into it a whole bunch of times, which we all expected. And he tried to go for the low blow, but the ref stopped him. So he's as we expected. Yano is still resorting to those tactics, but less so. And ironically enough, after a fantastic sequence, Ishii won with a creative low blow, just kind of back kicked Yano right in the fruit basket, and got his first win of the tournament. Very interesting. I love that Ishii used Yano's own techniques against him. I'm curious to see where this will go with them. Interesting thing they brought up on commentary was that Ishii and Yano are so similar together throughout all their G1s that this is their first meeting in a G1. I want to say Yano was ahead by 2 points in 2 G1s. Ishii was ahead by 2 points in 2 G1s, and they were tied in last year's G1. So this is really interesting to see where this tiebreaker comes in. This must be some long-term storytelling from them. So I'm very interested to see where an Ishii Yano program will go, and it'll further the whole chaos splintering type thing. I'm almost expecting that Ishii will get a win over Omega, just to set up a filler title match until Wrestle Kingdom, but still Ishii can be that credible threat. You know, when he gets that green light, he can go. Let's see, next up after that was Juice versus Tama Tonga. This match took me a little while to warm up to. I wasn't too into it at the beginning. It was just a lot of mat wrestling. These guys were showing off their ability. We're both sold on them on the microphone at this point. These guys can talk. they have a solid character. They know who they're about, and I feel like this was just them showing off that they can go in the ring still, which they can. Tama Tonga is fantastic. That spot when Juice had his hand on the barricade and Tama Tonga slammed it in and just barely. That was a close one. And then he even pointed out, he said, I was this close. Tama Tonga turning up that nasty heel. Just despicable guy. I love Tongaloa hanging out ringside and interfering. It felt like early Bullet Club again. And I always love to point out whenever we get to see Juice's video package, because I just love when it syncs up with his punches to his music. It gets me so ready for a Juice match. It's almost on the same level as singing Kaza ni Nare for Suzuki. It just warms my heart and just gives me all them good feels. Up next was a match that kind of disappointed me. Goto versus Sanada. It was yet again I glossed over the finish of these. Tama Tonga won after shenanigans. Yeah, I'll call them shenanigans. Tongaloa was involved, and it's interesting. U.S. title match in the future for him, of course. Maybe it legitimizes the subsect of Bullet Club that he's leading. Maybe a low tier belt will do that. Give him something with Omega. Maybe we'll see a champion versus champion type thing. Who knows? But yeah, no, like I was saying, Sanada and Goto kind of disappointed me. Sanada, he has the look. Whenever I see him come down to the ring, I think, dang, that guy looks awesome. I want that guy on my team. He looks like just a certified badass, and my God, he can go in the ring. He is smooth like butter. When I was watching this match, I thought that he was kind of similar to Randy Orton, but better. Like he just monotone, just blank faced, excellent in the ring, makes it look easy. Just Sonata goes with the flow, literally. Like he just goes, and it just everything seems so organic and natural. Very, very similar to how Randy Orton does. Back when he was motivated. This one, Goto picked up the win. About halfway through, I figured that he would. Goto took a lot of punishment and then came back pretty strong. I'm happy for him. I think this is Goto's year. Fantastic match with Suzuki at Wrestle Kingdom. Cool triple threat match at Dominion. The match with Jeff Cobb was pretty all right. He's just been that solid foundation, which I really think that they need. Maybe Goto seizes this chaos, pun intended, and maybe he goes for the heavyweight title, or something, or maybe he sides with Jay White, or I have no idea. I feel like Goto and Ishii might be one of those big chess pieces in this chaos game coming up. But yeah, next match up was one that I think we've all been looking forward to for a while. Kota Ibushi versus Zack Sabre Jr. My God, what a crazy match this was. This was one of those matches that just really had it all. Zack Sabre Jr. is a freak in the ring. They said on commentary that he does stuff we've never seen before. Just about every Zack match, I see one or two things that I think, what the actual hell? When he got Kota on that heel hook on the apron, what the heck, dude? Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Zack Sabre didn't win this one. Kota Ibushi did win. No complaints about that. It was a hard-fought match. I love Kota Ibushi. He has a rocket strapped to him. That guy's going to the moon. I think Zack Sabre might be kind of like Switchblade, one of those people, one of those high-ranking heels that is a good true heel. Like the crowd was fully behind Kota Ibushi in this. The crowd's been booing Jay White out of the building. I could almost see this happening with Zack Sabre. It's going to be interesting to see how he does. I have my eyes set on Sabre, especially with these big guys. He's going to run through Ishii, Sanada, Goto, probably even Omega. I could see Sabre being another filler title defense for Omega on his way to Wrestle Kingdom. Definitely. God, this was just such a fun match to watch. I was left speechless at so many points throughout this. This is definitely one to check out. Highlight of the night by far. Probably highlight of the weekend too. Next to that, I'd say this is the match of the weekend for me. Of course, up next was our main event of Kenny Omega and Tetsuya Naito. I was thinking during this match, Okada and Omega are amazing together. Okada and Naito put on fantastic matches. Naito and Okada, not so much, not quite at that level. There's a little something missing there. And I'm curious. I might need to do a bit more research and watch a few more of their matches. I'm curious to see what that is that's kind of missing between Okada and Naito. But anyway, this match was fantastic. A lot of callbacks to their final match last year. I do think the final match last year was a bit better than this one. That awesome moment when Omega was ripping up the mats outside the ring and he was holding them up, and then Naito flew down on him. That was incredible. God, there was just so many just fun spots. That, oh my God, the dive out when Omega jumped off the top rope and cleared the barricade. That was wicked. Omega won, of course, after a phenomenal sequence. Finally got that one-winged angel on. And another thing I was thinking during this match is Omega must have kicked out of 2, if not 3, Destinos. They really aren't protecting that move all too well. I can't remember the last time somebody went down from just one Destino. It takes at least 2 or 3 of them to bust them out. But I do love how Naito can really pull that move out of nowhere. So maybe it's the fact that he kind of gets like a half-ass Destino going on someone, or like doesn't get the full thing, the full rotation or momentum on that. But yes, of course, Omega did win this match. Interesting to me, it almost points me in the direction of believing that Naito is going to win this, because he did run down Naito again after this match, with him running him down after Dominion, and that interview he did about Japanese wrestlers, Naito and LIJ taking offense to that. I could almost see maybe Sanada getting a win over Omega and being another filler match. Before this, my 3 picks to win this was Ibushi, Naito, and Okada. Now I'm almost thinking it's a tough one. From the A block, I could see Okada, Switchblade. I would love to see that would be an awesome dynamic. Switchblade winning the G1 and being like, hey, I took the US belt off of you, like, I'm in your head, I'm better than you, I'll take that heavyweight belt off of you too. I would like that, but I feel like it's way too soon for Jay White. And as weird as it may feel, I feel like this title run for Omega is going to be short. I've been saying I'll be surprised if he even makes it to next Wrestle Kingdom with this belt, honestly. Don't ask me why. It's just I just have a feeling. I don't think this is going to be a long, illustrious run for Omega. If anything, I could see Naito winning this and Naito taking it off of him at Wrestle Kingdom. I would really enjoy that. There's so much history behind those two. They have Jericho to play off of, last year's G1. So many elements going into this. This could be Naito's big crowning moment. I mean, if it's going to be weird because the ace always wins the main event of Wrestle Kingdom. So I'm almost thinking Tanahashi or Okada pick up that briefcase and win the belt. I don't think we're going to see a new champion crowned, like a new person to hold the belt. But at this point, it's either between Naito, Okada, or Tanahashi for me personally. If someone like Jay White, Tama Tonga, or Kota Ibushi win it, I think the belt's staying on Omega throughout Wrestle Kingdom. But anyway, that has been me rambling about the first night of B Block action from the G1. Stay tuned to the channel because I will be doing all the rest of these nights. You can find all my social media down below. Please leave a like and comment and let me know how I'm doing. And all right, until next time, have a nice night.